Hey, how's it going, folks? This is DJ at the Rabbit School Garage, and today we're going to work on something a little bit different. I know we've been focusing on motorcycles a lot, but today I've recently acquired a van. Yeah, 1993 Ford Econoline 250, and it does not run. It's got some pretty good rust on the hind corners, and yeah, the inside's pretty bad. So I'm going to take you outside and let you look at it and see what we can't do to get it running. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, well there it is, folks. As you can see, it's been sitting for a while. It's covered in leaves and moss and all kind of good stuff. Let me open the hood up real quick. I've got the battery charger on it now. I know the battery's good. Just need to get it charged up. So it's working on 50% now. So yeah, this is the, what is this? This is the straight 6, right? Yeah, I believe so. Looks like it. Yeah, the 4.9 liter. Where does it say? Right there. Yep. So it's the 4.9 liter, and I know it cranks over. And he said that if you shoot some starter fluid in it, it'll start up. So we're gonna wait until the battery charges up, and then we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. But while we're waiting on that, and you can see this is all taken apart. So yeah, I didn't do that. That's how it came. So while we're doing that, let's take a look on the inside. Yeah, there's your flag, and yeah, so this is straight 6. You can see the intake manifold there, and the top of the head, or the valve cover, and all kinds of good stuff. So it's in rough shape. Yeah, it's got the cage in the middle, or in the front here, but there's no door on it. I don't know if I'll take that out or if I'll leave it. I don't know yet. But so yeah, pretty bad off, and yeah, missing door handles and everything. Let's take a look in the back. Let's see, both of these open, so we're good. And there's the cover for the engine. I've got a heater going on in here right now trying to dry everything out. For some reason it's really wet in here and I can't figure out where it's leaking from. So I'll have to figure that out. But as you can see, it's got junk in it. It does have plywood on the side, but I don't know if there's insulation behind that or not. I'll pull a corner out and look. I highly doubt it. I think it's just plywood. So yeah, back window's busted out back there. And what else? Yeah, it's about it. I'm gonna rip this carpet out. I mean, it's just nasty. And I'll have to find something else, maybe rubber matting or something to put here. But yeah, this is what we're looking at now. That's what the inside looks like, and you can see the inside of the doors here. You know, very basic cargo van. So let's take a look at the rest of it. Got rust on the hinges, rust on the rain rails, along with some racks up on top, and this flag, I forget what it is. I think it's Scotland. I think it's Scotland. Scottish flag. Anyway, you can see plenty of rust. Let's see. Plenty of rust. Yeah, and it is an extended van. I mean, you can see how long the back end of it there is. It does have a trailer hitch, and it's an E250, so it can tow up to like 70. Let's see, what's it say? Weight distribution, weight carry 5,000. Weight distribution is 10,000. So it'll easily do 7,500 pounds. But yeah, this is what it looks like now, and you can see the broken window again, busted out. And I don't know what that is up there. It looks like a rock. It is. It's a rock. There was a rock up on top of the van. Oh, anyway, this side is not quite as bad in the back, but it is right by the wheels. So, good thing it's got great tires on it. They look almost brand new. And I do have all 4 hubcaps, so that's good. What else? Plenty of rust. Plenty of rust. Yeah, and oh, we got 2 different type mirrors on it too. So, what else? Oh, while we're here, this window is off track, and we've got shims in it right now holding it. So that should be an easy fix, though. Just, you know, take the door panel off and put it back on track. And here's the different mirrors. You can see it looks like, I don't know, like they lost this mirror, so they just put this clamp on one on. And if you go to the other side, it's got the original one. So yeah, 2 completely different mirrors. So, all right, this is it. We're gonna get this going, I hope. Wait until the battery's charged up, and then we're gonna try to crank it over and see what it does. We may need to spray some starter fluid in there and to get it going, but after that, you know, we'll see where it goes. All right, I'll be back with you soon. All right, well, I just found one problem. Oh, the rotor's missing and the cap's off. So that's definitely not starting. Let's look and see how the cap looks on the inside, though. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. All right, so I need to get a new cap and rotor for it then. Yeah, I need to do that before I can do anything else. So let's get to it. We got a new cap and rotor for this, so we're gonna go ahead and put it on. There's the new cap. And there's the new rotor. I don't even see the old rotor. It must have gotten lost somewhere. So we're gonna go ahead and get these 2 put on. All right, I might have to block most of the shot to get this going, but if I do, I'm sorry about that. So the cap should be pretty easy. Or the rotor, I mean. There we go. It only goes on one way. Alright, now let's start doing the cap. Pretty easy. We just take one off and put it on, take one off and put it on. Just do them one at a time like this. That way you don't lose track of which one goes where. There we go. Okay, are we good? Yep, cap and rotor are secure. Alright, we're going to turn this on and see if we can at least hear the fuel pump kick in. I think I did. Alright, let's start it up. Give it another try. Alright, flip the inertia switch again. Alright, I'm going to go get my tester out. And what we're going to do is we're going to test this inertia switch down here. Let me get a little better view for you. See this black box with the red switch on it? That's called an inertia switch, and it controls the fuel pump. So what I want to do is tap that green wire with the green wire with the yellow stripe, and just make sure it's getting power when we turn the key on. That'll tell us if we're at least getting to that far. So let me go grab my tester and we'll get that going. Okay, we've got the test light on it now. Let's turn the key on it and see if we get any power to that. So I got the sunlight shining on me. Yeah, see that line is supposed to be green. Or that should be, there it goes. Okay, so it's not the switch. Alright, moving on to the next one. We need to check to make sure I smell fuel, so I'm pretty sure it's getting fuel. That means we need to check spark again. So, maybe spark plugs. Let's pull a plug out and see if we can get it to arc off the motor. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pull the air filter and everything off just to get it out of our way. Looks like it's already loose anyway. All I gotta do is just pull it out. Yeah, see. Let's see what's this got. Wow, that goes way back in there. Okay, pull it apart right here though. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's that. We got this in the way. What I'm trying to do is just get to one spark plug without tearing too much of this out. Yeah, I'm going to try to just spray some starter fluid in there and then jump in the van real quick and crank it over, see if it comes on. Well, it thought about it for a second, and then the battery started dying again. So let's let that battery charge up and we'll come back out and try it in a little bit. Alright, well I went ahead and tried this. And so what basically happens is where the inertial switch is, it should come on and stay on for about 2 seconds. And mine does. So if I test that green wire with the yellow stripe, it should come on and stay on for about 2 seconds. But if the fuel pump is running, then it should stay on constantly. As in, if you start the van up, it should stay on constantly. What this does by jumping these, number 2 and number 6 here, is simulate that the fuel pump is running all the time. So I've got that there, and I'm going to see if I can't just hear the fuel pump kick on. Alright, where is it? Let's find out where it is first. There's the gas tank. So I'm just going to set the camera up down here and see if I can catch the sound or not. Alright, there's a fuel tank right above us, so I should be able to hear it. Let's see. I've noticed there's some smoke coming out of the interior, so next time I try, I'm gonna let the battery charge up a little more. Got a little bigger battery charger on it now. We're gonna let that charge for a while, and then there we go. We're gonna let that charge for a little bit, and then we'll come back out and try it again. Okay, battery's been charging for a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove this jump wire, since we know that is solved part where it has been tried. So I'm just going to take it out of there, and I'm going to put you back down by the fuel pump and see if I can hear the fuel pump again. Okay, I don't know if you heard it or not, but I won't know until I go back inside. I'm partially deaf, so I can't hear it. I've got my hearing aids turned all the way up, and it's just not seeming to help. So, all right, we're going to shoot this with some starter fluid again and see what we can get going. Doing quite a bit more this time. Still nothing. Alright, I got one more thing I'm going to try before I call it an evening. And what I'm going to do is down in here are the relays. Right there it says power distribution box. I'm going to swap around some relays and see if that makes a difference. Hopefully it'll restart, but let's give it a swirl. Back here. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, we got, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 relays and quite a few fuses. So let's see if these relays are the same. The problem is it doesn't tell you which one's which, and I don't have the owner's manual, but guess what it says? See owner's manual. So I may have to look up an owner's manual, but what I'm going to do first off is just pull these out and see if they're the same. Oops, dropped it. I just want to see if they're the same, and they are, so I'm going to swap those two first. You know what? That's it. It's about to get dark, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a day on this, and go ahead and see what we can just do to. I'm going to change my battery charger back out to my smaller one and let it sit overnight. So changing out the relays didn't make a difference. I've checked all the fuses. Fuses are good. Now it's just a matter of figuring out, maybe the fuel pump's bad. It's the only other thing I can think right now. So we'll have to figure out how to get access to that. And we may end up, you know what, I may just cut a hole in the floor, to be honest, and then just patch it up. Come on, go on. Why are you taking, there it goes. So yeah, it may just be as simple as putting a hole in the floor. So we'll find out. Alright, well, we weren't able to get started today, but yeah, you know, it's going to be a long process probably. But we have eliminated quite a few things. At this point, the only thing that's left to check is to make sure we're getting spark and to make sure that the fuel pump's actually working. I'm not hearing the fuel pump turn on and gear up and wind up when I turn the ignition on. But then again, I'm hard of hearing, so I don't know for sure. So I'm going to have somebody else come over and listen to it while I, you know, crank it, or hopefully they can hear it. But if it turns out to be the fuel pump, I've already got a new one. A new fuel pump came with it. They think that that's what the problem was. So I may end up putting a new fuel pump in it. And it definitely needs new spark plugs no matter what. When I pulled the wires off of just one plug, I pulled a wire off, and the whole spark plug was rusted, even the tip at the top. So it's probably not going to run that well anyway, even if it wasn't the fuel pump. So I'm going to replace all the spark plugs also, and possibly the wires, I don't know yet. But yeah, so that's where we're at, and we'll see what we can't do to get it running in the next video. So if y'all like this video, go ahead and, you know, click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Catch you on the next one.